Hello, welcome once again. Congratulations on finishing the April Movement Challenge. So even though the guided challenge has ended, it does not mean you get to stop now. You've primed your body, so this is where you keep going. If you watch the other video about what's been happening to your body, you'll notice that a lot of the changes have been happening underneath the surface, and you've been getting your body ready to take on more challenges. So don't stop here. I'm going to show you the modifications that I put in the sample guide for weeks 5 through 8 for you to continue this. So let's do it. Okay, so for pretty much any exercise, the easiest way to increase its intensity is to add more weight. However, if you don't have additional weights to add, or it's not the right modification for you to do, I will show you how to increase the intensity without adding weight. So additional weight is modification number 1, but for the squat, for example, we can lower in a count of 3 and rise on a count of 1, which will go like this. Squat 1, 2, 3, and come up. So I'm not launching back up. I'm not jumping or bouncing up. It's still a very controlled movement and transferring of force between the glutes and my heels. So slow, 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 and up. So 1, 2, 3, come up in 1, and that's 1 repetition. So that's the variation that you will see noted in the sample guide. For the step up, as I said, you can add additional weight if you want to, or if you've been doing these step ups with just your body weight, maybe you can play adding just 1 weight at a time. If you've been doing it with 1 weight already, you can hold 1 weight on either side. Obviously, make sure that it's the same amount on both sides. You can also just increase the height of your step, but with anything that you modify, remember that form is the most important. So if having a higher step makes you launch up with your back leg and your hands and everything else, then maybe this is not the modification for you. You still want to really engage that glute and transfer the force to your heel in order to get you up there comfortably and with good form. So if increasing the height of your step is not an option, you stay with the height that you've been working with, and you go with a single equals 1. So that means you go up with the right, then up with the left. So you alternate, and that makes 1 repetition. So it's up with the right, up with the leg, left, and that's 1. So right, left 1, right, left 2, right, left 3. That will kick it up quite a bit, so you can try that modification if you prefer. Otherwise, you can add weight or increase the height of your step. All right, for the deadlift, same thing. You can add additional weight if you want to, or just add weight if you hadn't already. But same thing with just 1 weight or with 2. Make sure that your form stays nice and consistent throughout the exercise, and that you don't let the weight win. You still need to control and engage your back and your shoulder stabilizers to hold that weight back and not allow it to round your back. So you can add weight. Otherwise, we can do a single leg deadlift, which goes like this. You're in a bit of a split stance. So 1 leg is just slightly in front of the other one. Your front leg is the one that works. The back leg is just there for support, so it won't do any work other than just support you there. So you're in a kind of single leg stance with a little bit of support from the back leg. With the back leg, you can put your toes on the floor, so keep your heel lifted. Most of your weight is on the front leg. Soften your knees, and then like a regular deadlift, you lower, and then you engage that working glute to come right up. Yeah? So you're in your split stance, the back leg supports you, most of your weight is on your working leg, but flex at the hips, control the way down, make sure your back stays nice and straight, and then engage that working glute to come right back up. So that is a single leg deadlift. Okay, for the bridge, we have a couple of modifications. We can play with adding weight and do a regular bridge. So your positioning is the same, not too far out, not too close to your glutes, somewhere in between. you can add a small weight. It can be a can or some water bottles or a dumbbell or a kettlebell, whatever you have in hand. You can place it right on your lower belly, kind of on your pubic bone. Just don't, you'll support it with your hands. You don't want it to just rest there. Don't hurt yourself. So from here, you simply do your bridge like we did on week 1. Just push through the heels, engage the glutes and come up, and then slowly come down. So this is a regular bridge with weight added onto it. The other modification is to add the resistance band to do the abduction and the weight. So double the resistance here. This one will be a little tough. So you place your weight on your lower belly, push the heels, engage the glutes to come up, and then here you press your legs open against the resistance band, slowly bring them back to parallel, and then slowly down. So you have a weighted bridge, a resisted abduction. So that will really increase the intensity for the bridge. So there we go, how to modify the same exercises we've been doing for the past 4 weeks in order to intensify them and continue going for another 4 weeks. Let me know what you think and look out for the upper body modifications. See you next time.